Yeah, a little hot stuff. When you talk about that, who else but the first family of professional wrestling, the lovely Missy Hyatt, leading out the U.S. Tag Champions, Eddie Hot Stuff Gilbert, and the dog-faced gremlin, Rick Steiner. They're involved in our main event. And for the official introductions, we're going to shoot it up to the ring and Dana Taylor.
This is the TV main event. Introducing first, to my left, the Iron Sheik and Sheik Morgan. Their opponents, the undisputed U.S. Tag Team Champions, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and Rick Steiner, with Missy Hyatt.
Okay, the official introductions, and well, there's the Iron Sheik over saying, let me have the microphone. Nope. No. Referee Tommy Young saying the bell is sounded. We got action in here, and immediately it starts. Look at Gilbert come out along with Steiner. Goofy Rip Morgan with that turban around. Since he joined up with the Iron Sheik, the Sheik has got him wearing an Iranian turban. And if he had the sight of that, look at Rick Steiner turning it on the Iron Sheik. And now Hot Stuff whipping across, but it's reversed as Morgan tries to drive him into the ring post. Gilbert, long gone, pulls off that New Zealand cape flag that he had over him, starts snapping on the arm, and the U.S. Tag Champions are off and running in good fashion, my friend, on our TV main event here on Worldwide Wrestling. Your referee again is Tommy Young. And it's been a great scene of action up to this point, and by golly, this one will just top it off. You've got a couple of big ones in there in the Iron Sheik and more. Look at that, Morgan throws Steiner in. Steiner set him up, caught him with that clothesline, drilled him down to the mat, starts pounding away on the head and rolls it over, turns it over to the lightning fast, letter-perfect professional wrestler, and I'm talking about Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. This guy gets absolutely the maximum out of every move that he does. A second-generation wrestler, and I gotta tell you, this young lady is proud of her man. Missy Hyatt at ringside, watching Eddie Gilbert turn the arm over the big New Zealander, and Gilbert now doing a little chin music with the Iron Sheik, reaches over, slaps at him, and the Sheik comes through the rope. And as the referee goes to run the Sheik out, Eddie turns it over to Rick Steiner, who slips in there. I don't think I have to mention without benefit of tag, but that's okay. He's got a hold of the New Zealander. Time to start calling sheep in there, Rip. Gilbert takes back over. That's one of the reasons that they are the U.S. Tag Champs. They're not slighted when it came to handing out the braids. That Gilbert got to be one of the smartest. No, I didn't slight Rick on it. I just mentioned the superior intellect of Eddie Gilbert when it comes to professional wrestling. He is a top jewel. Well, there you caught a knee right in the midsection. It'll make him wonder. Nice slide underneath the big guy and rips him with the right hand. Turning it over. Oh, you got to stay tuned. Listen, we're going to be telling you about what's coming up next week. I mean, one of the great worldwide wrestling shows that we have ever had. I'll get to that a little bit later. Don't want to stay too far gone from the action with Steiner with that armbar on Rip Morgan. Eddie Gilbert in the corner takes the tag in orthodox prescribed fashion from Rick Steiner, and he takes over. Slips up into an armbar. As the Iron Sheik comes in from behind, drills him, puts him to one knee, but Gilbert battling his way back up. Rooting him on is Missy. Steiner ready to do more than root on. Climbs through with one leg, and the referee runs him back out. Uh-oh. When Gilbert was flipped across on the whip into the ring, the Iron Sheik, not seen by the referee, pulled down the middle rope. Eddie took that tough tumble down on the concrete, slammed into the ring post right in the small of the back by the Iron Sheik. And the referee now runs him off to his corner as Gilbert was immobilized, picked up and slammed against that ring post, and now he's rolled back in because Morgan tags out to the Iron Sheik, and the Sheik figures he's got him hurt. He'll get in there and see if he can't get a 1, 2, 3. This is our TV main event. And great action, but Gilbert now down hard. It looks like his arm is hurt. The Iron Sheik comes in, grabs a hold of him in that Sheik bear hug, slips him up, drives the shoulder right up into the solar plexus, and with those powerful arms, puts the heat on. Referee Tommy Young saying, you want to give it up. Gilbert hanging on. They haven't defended the U.S. tag title to the extent that they have by giving it up. Gilbert loose, but he catches the foot right the midsection, and hot stuff face down on the mat when Morgan takes over, drills him in the back with that forearm. Morgan backs him up into the corner. 270-pound raging New Zealander. Look at him. You got to wonder about both oars. Big in the water. He just barely got the right shoulder up. He got a clean 2 count, and Gilbert responded before the 3rd count came down. Now he's caught in another one of those bear hugs. Both of these guys are in at over 270, and you hear him, I don't know what in the world he's calling. Rep Morgan putting the squeeze on hot stuff. What a victory it would be for the newly formed team of Rick Morgan and the Iron Sheik if they could upset. And yeah, I gotta tell you, it would be a major upset over the U.S. Tag Champions of Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and Rick Steiner. Steiner nervous, hollering, leaning back and forth in the corner. Gilbert won't cut it loose, will not give it up. Does what he has to, goes for the eyes of Morgan, shakes himself loose. And that's one of the things that's kept Eddie Gilbert in prominence in the NWA. Not saying it's right, but he does what he has to. And now the Iron Sheik goes for the abdominal stretch as he hooks the leg around. Gilbert caught by the stocking. The biggest thing about it, oh, look at Steiner. He knows help. It's on the way. Drills the Iron Sheik in the back. He's run out of there, but in the corner, Gilbert double teamed by Morgan and the Iron Sheik and slapped back against those turnbuckles. Eddie has had a long stay, too long in there, and he's got trouble. How much more can he take? They're keeping him away from Steiner over in the corner. Every time Steiner comes to help his partner out, 1, 2. Oh, boy. I mean, no more than an inch and a half. Referee Tommy Young having to signal a count of 2 because it was so close on the 3 count as Morgan rips him with a right, baits Steiner to come in, throws Gilbert over the top rope and out of there. Missy Hyatt saying, take a look, referee. He was trying to get Steiner and keep him out of there, and Gilbert was thrown over the top rope by Rip Morgan. That may be the straw that broke the camel's back, and no pun intended after the way they wrapped up the small of the back of Eddie Gilbert on that ring post a little bit earlier. See again, the Iron Sheik with those huge, peculiar boots kicks Gilbert right in the back as he tried to climb in the ring, while the referee is backing Morgan up. Once again, Eddie up on the ring apron, choked by the Iron Sheik. You see him scrape the head across, and Gilbert hit flat on his back, right off the ring apron. And Morgan pounding around the ring. Steiner comes in there. He saw the Sheik nail Eddie, put him down on the floor. The referee now backs Steiner out, and here comes Gilbert one more time. He slips under the bottom rope. Morgan lets him in. He thinks maybe he's got him set up. Gilbert pounding from the floor. to the midsection, but it doesn't stop Morgan. Tag on the Iron Sheik. Here comes the Sheik in. We're approaching 9 minutes in, and the last 3.5 of them, Eddie Gilbert has been in not trouble. It's the camel clutch. Whoa! It would have been a submission. Gilbert is not crazy, but Steiner comes in and raises him off the back with that clothesline. Gilbert comes to his feet, slips in between the legs of Rip Morgan, goes for the corner and makes the tag on Steiner, and not any too soon. Look at Steiner rack the coconuts together as he slams the head of Morgan and the Iron Sheik. Gilbert comes back to keep it one-on-one with Morgan and Steiner. 1, 2, but the foot of Iron Sheik catches right in the back of Steiner. The action, fast and furious, all 4, and now it's Steiner who is grabbed in by the wrestling attire, thrown out of the ring, and now they double team Gilbert over in the corner. Gilbert ducks under, breaks through the attempted double clothesline. Steiner, belly to belly, whirls him over. 1, 2, 3. He caught him in 10 minutes and 12 seconds on a great belly to belly. Slammed Morgan down, ended up with a victory in there and a sensational win. Can I believe to tell you, Fred, there were more than just one moment when Eddie Gilbert, watch this move, breaking right through the arms of Steiner and Morgan. Here goes Steiner with the belly to belly, gets a 1, 2, 3, and out of